All right. Let me before you go. Let me quickly ask you. If you look at a scenario, there's been talks. Some PDP faithfuls that there might be some conspiracy in the kind of judgments that we're seeing, considering the fact that your party may be on the losing side in Kogi, for example, where we have a governor-elect standing by Mr. Yaya Bello. Your party controls that state before that particular decision of the election. But again, if you look at what is happening in your state and in that of Rivers State, for example, and for example, again, we saw in Delta State where a senatorial election in the Central Delta Central Senatorial District, a member of your party, the Senator Amori there, has lost his seat to a member of the Labour Party. Are you confident about any decision of the courts, whichever level it may be, about issues relating to the People's Democratic Party in this dispensation?
Well, what I can say here again is that the matter of judgment and court leave that to the lordships. I am not here to question the integrity of their lordships, like I said. The court process will leave the court process to take its course. But for the people of Akwa Ibom State, the dynamic here in Akwa Ibom is from those scenarios that you have. In Akwa Ibom, PDP is a region. We are here, and that has not changed, and we will stand by what we believe in and what we know. Those who are contesting or running after they are all people, and they know it because they understand the support base of the PDP in Akwa Ibom State. And clearly, they know that if you put out an election tomorrow and ask people to vote, that the APC will have no chance in as it were today. The only advice I can give to the financiers and those backing those votes that they can take Akwa Ibom is that they will soon leak their financial, because this will be a huge investment that will cost them financial dislocation because they will lose their money attempting to take Akwa Ibom, because Akwa Ibom is PDP in blood and soul and spirit. And the people of Akwa Ibom are ready to defend their mandate and what they believe in totality. You cannot take it by force. It will not work because this is a position. Move around, ask your correspondent. Let them move around and talk to the people of this state. They are so aggrieved with what they have had and want to be calm because the law must take its course.
Right.
The governor appealed to the people, and of course, he's continuing to do his work for the people. Let us finish at the Supreme Court, and whatever is next, we will take it.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ineke Numana. So sad we cannot have a representatives of your party on the ground. It would be so sweet if you have this conversation on the ground rather than on the telephone. We hope that sometimes we'll be able to have you physically here on the program, where we go for a short break. And when we return, the legal mind on the seat here will tell me if the APC has any chance, just like Mr. Omana says, in Akwa Ibom State. According to him, anytime election holds in Akwa Ibom State, PDP will carry the day. We'll see just about that in a moment. Join us again. Thank you for staying with us on the program. Let me just take some of your thoughts here. Interesting. Let me start by this one from Olusunjo Ewulomi at Big Sanje One says on Twitter, it says PDP has a lot on her hands, from our battered image to the arms deal and leadership crisis. The party should refocus. Then let's take another one from Emmanuel Johnson. He says, I think the appeal court judgment in the two states is a right step in the right direction. It marks the end of impunity. Well, another one here from Ajao Benga 3 says, everybody knows there was no election in Rivers State. Even the election of observers confirmed it. Well, keep them coming. I'll see take a few more before the end of the program. Let me quickly go to my guest here. Is one of a member of the team, the legal team of the APC in the Akwa Ibom governorship election contest in the courts. Well, it's got into the appeal court and it will soon be going to the Supreme Court. But tell me, from what we'll see on the ground, what are the chances of your party at the Supreme Court?
Well, so we are going to win.
What gives you that confidence? You're talking as if you've prepared the judgment already.
No, we have not prepared the judgment. But from the incisive analysis of the evidence as was presented at the tribunal that was ignored by the tribunal judges, but was brought forward by the Court of Appeal judges, there is no way anybody can indict that judgment. You need to read the judgment to see it. But let me say this. If somebody says, if election is conducted 100 times, he will surely win, then he need not be afraid. Let's go to the field. If you win, what we want is a fair and credible election. To really situate it, let me make some small extract from some of the observers' report about the election in Akwa Ibom. Let me give you the one of Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room. Their report says, Situation Room wishes to draw attention to the following concerns and reservations that observed during the elections, which raise issues about the credibility of the elections in Akwa Ibom State. Situation Room is further concerned about the overall conduct of the elections in Rivers and Akwa Ibom State and the credibility of the elections result in both. In Akwa Ibom, there were also serious questions about the veracity of the results because of report of active and direct partisan interference with the elections. The Situation Room hereby calls on INEC to urgently take steps to clinically scrutinize the final collected results from Rivers, Akwa Ibom, against the polling unit results and make a seasoned judgment about them. Now that is that. The United States Diplomatic Mission says we have seen violence and alleged irregularities, particularly in Rivers and Akwa Ibom State, and call on those dissatisfied to pursue their grievances. We regret the loss of life and destruction of property. European Union says more efficient polling, although increased incident of violence and interference, were most announced in Rivers and Akwa Ibom State.
All right, interesting. So, before we go,
these were observers. These were not APC members.
In 30 seconds, yes. In 30 seconds, tell me the issue of the zoning arrangement, Eket Editorial District. A lot of people have clamored. Your party seems not to agree with the clamor of so many people from Akwa Ibom State.
Right, let me put this.
30 seconds.
Yes. The zoning, there are three major ethnic groups in Akwa Ibom State. The BBO, the Anang, and the Oron. If proper zoning was done, then the candidate would have gone to Oron. But His Excellency, now Senator, had his own reason of bringing somebody from Eket, an area that has already produced 2 governors before in the district of Akwa Ibom State. So that is not zoning. And besides, in his own senatorial district, he supposed not to contest as a senator because it is the people of Abak 5 that has the turn to produce the senator. Thank you
so much, Mr. Effiong Okong, for being a part of the program. Mr. Okong is a member of the APC legal team in the Akwa Ibom governorship election. Well, many thanks for being a very great companion on the program today. Well, we've been talking about the Rivers and Akwa Ibom governorship election. Let's reconnect online so we continue the conversation there. Till next time, my name is Sean Wakimbaloe. On behalf of the team here at Channel Television Headquarters in Lagos, bye for now.